You are listening to Part 2 of the Barefoot Lawyer Reports podcast on the Chinese Communist Party's crackdown on religious liberty, featuring Gillian Richards, a recent alumnus of the Catholic University of America's MA in Human Rights program.
So it's an ecumenical denial of religious freedom. Muslims, Buddhists, Protestants, Catholics. And I want to mention one Catholic in particular who is Cardinal Zen from Hong Kong. And also in previous podcasts, we've talked about we haven't talked about Cardinal Zen, but we talked about what happened in Hong Kong and how religious freedom has been denied in Hong Kong. And for some reason, the Communist Party arrested him last week and they released him. But the Holy Father, Pope Francis, says that he follows the whole situation of the church in China very closely. So do you have, Gillian, do you have any comments on that situation with Zen or the situation in Hong Kong?
Well, I don't have a lot of details on Cardinal Zen's particular case, but this definitely seems symptomatic of the sinicization of religion campaign. Researching Pastor Wang's case, just the background of that, what led to this massive crackdown on unregistered churches. It seems that there was kind of this tightening on restrictions of unregistered churches. Various regulations were streamlined in a way. From what I understood, there was this single entity, this bureaucratic entity, which subsumed the Three Self-Patriotic Movement and these other state-affiliated churches under this one kind of bureaucracy. I'm not sure if that's still in place. Maybe
I think so.
You could comment on that, but it seems that religious liberty, the situation is getting worse.
What do you mean when you said the sinization?
So Xi Jinping, I think, articulated that very directly in a 2016 speech he gave, where he said that the state should guide the adaptation of religion. It seems clear that this is just an attempt to reduce all forms of religious practice to politics and just secularize genuine religious expression. So, of course, believers like Pastor Wang Yi will come into conflict with this agenda, since it just can't square with genuinely held religious belief.
Yeah, I think we should mention the Cardinal Zen. Yeah, he is very old now, right?
Yes.
More than 80.
I'm 90, I think.
Yeah, almost 90. He did a lot of good job in Hong Kong. Even sometimes he supported the activists in mainland China. And he went to Vatican. Yeah, and to ask the Pope,
yes,
to stand up to protect freedom of religion and stop to make a deal with the Communist Party, and give a speech in different countries to tell the people in the whole world what's happening in mainland China. So I can sure the Communist Party hit him long time ago. So now the Communist Party put him in jail and tried to punish him. You know, in mainland China, we have a law: if the people very old, more than 80, the law usually should be released if the crime is not very serious. Yeah, but in Hong Kong, the Communist Party ignores that. Yeah, just because he is very influential in Hong Kong, even in the whole world, very influential. So the Communist Party just use that way to scare another people. Okay, look at that. We punished him now. Yeah, you are more influential him or not.
Yeah, so intimidate you.
Yes. So this is a Communist Party. Yeah, I think we should encourage the people to stand up to against the bad company. Let them know this way doesn't work. If you did more of this, you will get in trouble.
By this you mean accommodating to the Communist Party.
Yeah.
We can't accommodate them.
No.
We have to oppose them. Yes?
Yeah, I think we have different way to let the Communist Party know this way doesn't work.
Which way doesn't work? Being nice to them?
Trying to punish some famous people to scare another people.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, doesn't work. Yeah, if you did that, you will get in trouble.
Uh-huh.
We should let them know like this.
I mean, we could apply the Global Magnitsky Act to any of the officials who arrested him or put him in jail, right?
Yeah. So, and another thing is we should encourage the people to protest around the embassy of the Communist Party. Now, when we do that, the Communist Party tried to close it, and
to close it.
Close the embassy in Washington. So
what do you mean close it?
Close it means don't let the officials come to work.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the meaning is the scare that happen, and even sometimes if the officials come out, we will how to say, they feel very, very uncomfortable.
You will chant or or have signs or something.
Yes. So don't think that doesn't work. In fact, that works.
It works
but,
here.
But the Communist Party very worry if we know they feel uncomfortable, we will do more, right? So they just silent. But in their heart, very suffering.
Yeah, so I just want to say for the people listening, I won't go into any detail about international law, but religious freedom is guaranteed in several treaties and which bind the Communist Party, and also in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is considered one of the foundational human rights. So this putting a pastor in jail because he has a big church, or arresting a cardinal of the Catholic Church because he supports democracy for the people of Hong Kong and for all of China, is a violation of international law, which we can point out to the Communist Chinese Party here in America by protesting at their embassy, as Guangcheng was just talking about. Also, as we talked about and we mentioned earlier, they do it to everybody. They do it to Catholics, Protestants, the Tibetan Buddhists, the Uyghurs, the Muslim Uyghurs, and also the Falun Gong, and anybody else. Why do they do that, Guangcheng? Why do they persecute all religious believers?
They're very scared. If the people believe the religion, they will become very strong in the spirit. And they will stop to believe the Communist Party's propaganda. And the Communist Party try to use the propaganda to brainwash all the people. Only they want all the Chinese people believe the communism. So if you know how evil that is dangerous for the party. So in the church, we should talk the truth, right? We only talk the truth. We believe the kind of things, not just follow the power. So that is why the Communist Party very scared that people more and more become the believer, more and more throw away the communism. Even some officials in the Communist Party, if they believe the Communist Party asks them, don't believe any religions. If you believe the Catholic or Falun Gong or anything, we will kick you out from the party. Yeah, so this is why the Communist Party very scared the believers more and more in mainland China.
Yeah, as you mentioned in your speech last week,
Yeah.
They're afraid of the veneration of a Holy Spirit or heaven or anything.
Yes, yes.
Anything that's more important than what the chairman of the Communist Party says. If the Communist Party is answerable to God, then the people don't have to worship the Communist Party.
Yeah. The party wants to become the God.
Yeah, wants to become God.
Yeah. Believe me, the Communist Party is a God. They want to see that.
Yeah. They want to be obeyed like a God. Yeah.
So this is why, the Communist Party not just punish the believer in mainland China. The Communist Party tried to destroy in the Western countries. Yeah, tried to influence
the church in the Western countries.
The church and the society don't believe no God in the in the nature. Yeah, no God. So the Communist tried to use that to influence the U.S. people. They did a lot of job.
To try to influence the U.S. people to not believe in God?
Yeah, of course, a lot of.
So what do you think of the agreement that the Vatican signed with the Communist Party a couple of years ago?
That is terrible. No, if the Communist Party any agreement.
So let me just say, so for those who don't know it, a couple of years ago, the Vatican entered into an agreement with the Communist Party about religion in China, and we still haven't seen the document, so we don't know exactly what it says, but after it happened, after that agreement was entered into, which I think has to be renewed every year or every 2 years, and is coming up again for renewal this next October, they consolidated things under a bureaucracy that Gillian was mentioning, and the Communist Party has actually been stronger against religion after the agreement was signed, right?
Yeah, not just, after that agreement, the Communist Party make a new law about this. Before the dialogue said, okay, we will prepare the names who will become the cardinal in mainland China. Then we will send the names to Vatican to let you confirm it. Okay, before they said that or they sign it, right? After that, the Communist Party make a new law. In that law, never mention about this. The party said, okay, we just do by ourselves what we want. They never mention Vatican.
Selection of the cardinal by themselves.
Yeah. So and later you can see that the agreement doesn't work. If you ask the Communist Party's press secretary, they said, okay, that is history document. Yeah, that doesn't
Historical
work.
document.
Yes. Like before, the Communist Party signed the agreement with England, right, about Hong Kong.
Treaty, yep.
Yeah, the treaty. Later, the journalists asked them, okay, you signed that. Why now you destroy that? The Communist Party, that is history.
Historical.
Yeah.
Historical document.
Yeah.
It's in the past.
Yeah, in the past. Yeah. This is the party. Don't believe everything from it.
Anything,
yeah. Don't believe anything from the Communist Party. That is the devil. You want to believe the devil?
Yeah.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
You have to think that.
Yes.
Everyone have to think that.
Yes. So we hope that the Vatican will not renew this agreement in October.
Why need to renew that? It doesn't work.
Yeah.
The history witnesses this.
Yes.
Didn't do that.
Yeah, because they have the agreement and all these bad things have happened since the agreements.
Only way to help the Chinese people to have the freedom of religions, tear down the CCP.
Okay.
Only this way.
Okay.
Make China become a democratic country. Democratic country.
With rule of law.
Yes, with rule of law, constitution, like that. Only this way will, from the undermine to help the Chinese people.
Gillian, do you have anything you want to end with? Anything you want to add?
Yeah, I don't think I can add anything onto that, but yeah, it seems that the CCP certainly, it needs to go if anything is to change. I guess a final question, if there's time, I guess for you, Professor Chen, or you, Professor Saunders, is what are a new party chairman, could that change things in a dramatic way to really help the plight of Christians, or is it kind of just all downhill from here? I guess, what is the sense you have?
Guangcheng, what do you think? What if we got rid of Chairman Xi? Would that make a difference?
I don't understand. What
If Chairman Xi resigned, he was no longer the head of the CCP, and we got a new chairman who led the CCP. Would that be good for religion?
I think if the Communist Party still control the power, doesn't work.
So it doesn't
The problem is the communist authoritarian regime, not just because someone make the whole country bad. Yeah, only because the system. Yeah, the regime. If we can't change the regime system, the party state system, maybe only a little change the situation, but after that, the situation will come back.
Yes.
So I think if we want to change from the beginning, from the foundation, we have to think the political system.
Which means we have to get rid of the CCP.
We have to think how to change the political system in China. We have to face that.
But that means we have to get rid of the CCP. We have to tear down the CCP.
Yes, we have to face the evil and confront the CCP. We have,
because it's determined to deny human rights. And we talked about in a previous podcast about the Tiananmen Square protests and how there were some reformers in China at that time, but they were replaced by hardliners, and they've been driven out of the party along with any members who were practitioners of Falun Gong. They're driven out of the party. So the party is determined to increase and consolidate and not give an inch on its power. So we have to, as you say, Guangcheng, tear down the CCP. It will not grant religious freedom otherwise. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Gillian. And
Thank you.
We'll see you soon on another podcast of the Barefoot Lawyer Reports.